Hey guys, it's Colleen Gallagher here with Colleen Gallagher International, and I'm super excited to be live. I just got done with a 2.5 hour class for my PhD, which is on public policy, which is amazing. I love it. I enjoy it. This is actually one of my favorite semesters. It's really cool. I like my professors this semester. I like the way that they're teaching. So, anyway, that's where I'm at today. And we've never done a morning course. It's usually been at night, and I actually really liked the daytime course a lot better. So, when you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. That's like my signature. But I really, you guys, I do really believe in technology. I believe in these platforms because it's changed my life in 4 years. The people that I've connected with the past 4 years through all of these mediums is just so amazing. I love that I get to know you guys now. I know who's commenting, even if you haven't been a client, if you have been a client. It just makes me so excited and so fulfilled because it's like I get to connect with amazing people I would have never gotten to meet in my life if it wasn't for these platforms. So make sure to say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, hashtag replay. But today we have a very important conversation that I want to talk about is how do you get her on the phone? How do you get someone on the phone that you like, or how do you get someone on the phone that you admire, or how do you get someone on the phone or get around their network? Because this has been an increasingly questioned as I've gotten more visibility in the online world. And I want to talk about this because if you guys don't know, majority of my clients are men. So I would even say about 70 to 75% of my clients are men. It was like 65%. Like now that we're doing more and more, it's more and more men. Doesn't mean that women, I love you too. Women, I love my women. When you come in, I'm like, yay, we're here. Like I love you guys as well. It's like not that we're inclusive of everybody. But the person that I'm speaking to in this live is the masculine human. It could even be the masculine woman, whatever that it is. But I really want to talk about this topic of getting her on the phone. How do you meet someone and get her on the phone? Or how do you meet someone and get them on the phone? So first, I want to kind of break this down in business, and then I'm going to go to dating. So in business, if you guys don't know, I'm going to make it very clear because I've made it clear in many, many lives. I do not do phone calls. I do not do free sales calls. I do not do connection calls. I do not do anything that has to do with a phone call. If you guys were to look through my messages and my DMs and my LinkedIn, I get about 10 requests a day, 10 people a day. That's and not considering emails, that people want to get on the phone with me and talk. I would have no motherfucking life if I sat there and got on the phone with 10 people every day who wanted to connect. And what makes me so annoyed is that when you men, specifically men or women or whoever, you take it personal. It's not personal that I don't want to talk on the phone. I can meditate. It's not that hard to get to know me. If you actually are a man who wants to do the work, it's not hard to get to know me. You can Google my name. You can go on my website. I have over 102 podcast episodes. It is not that hard to talk to me, to listen to me, to get in the frequency of me without actually being a taker and asking for my time. And it is taking. Because unless you, if you were to go to a doctor, which I'm going to be a doctor very soon, if you were to go to a therapist, you don't just get on the phone with them. You pay for their time. You even pay for the waiting room. You don't get to tell a doctor, oh, this is what's going on. Like, no. Why would it be any different? And what bothers me is that men to men, a man would never go to a man and be like, let's connect, dude. Let's do it. But because I'm a young, beautiful, successful woman, men think that they can come in and be like, oh, I can collaborate, or I know this. And this is not specific. If you've been in my, messages the past, 10 days, this has nothing to do with you. It's just, I needed to do this because there was something that just happened that really initiated this, like a car key that need to be talked about again. But if you are someone who is a man and you see someone that you admire, that you respect, and they have a business and it is a woman, your job is to not sit there and go, oh, let me take you on a dinner date. Let me do this, because that is the most annoying, disrespectful thing in the world. You may not think it is, but if you go, hey, I bought your books. I'd love to talk with you about your books. Hey, I listened to your podcast. This is the episode I really like. That is going to open the door of, wow, this man is actually really interested in what I do. Wow, this man really cares. Wow. Hey, Colleen, I took one of your courses or whatever, but a man who just is writing post and post and post and post and post and post, you're going on and on and on. Any therapist would charge you for that. Anyone. So it's not different in the online coaching world. And just because I'm a young woman doesn't mean that you can play this emotional game that you've been used to get that. So one, I want to say, if you want to get on the phone with someone who's a successful businesswoman like Sarah Blakely, I mean, I wouldn't consider myself Sarah Blakely, but she's someone I admire. If you look at that, no woman is just going to stop their life to get on the phone with you. It's just not going to happen. So stop trying to force things that aren't organic. Now, the second thing, which I really want to talk about, which is more important, which is dating, how to get her on the phone, right? Because if I think about this at the same time, you guys, I date multiple people. Like right now, I'm very open about that. And I still don't really talk on the phone with people that I'm dating. I'm a texter. I don't like talking on the phone. But how do you get into my text messages, right? Like, how does it go from you meet me, or you see me? I'm on one online dating app. I won't tell you which one it is, but anyway, I'm on one online dating app. Like, how do you get from there into my phone, right? How do you get from there then into a dinner date, which is what I want to talk about on this live. So this is specifically for the men and the women. And women, sorry, just to close the gap on business, don't feel bad to tell a man no. Don't feel bad to be like, no, that's not how I do things, and that doesn't feel alive for me, no, that doesn't feel exciting for me. And don't let a man gaslight you or make you feel guilty for why you don't want to do something. Even if it's simple as talking on the phone or texting. If they're going to be like, oh no, well then you're too busy, or you're too this, or don't worry about it. Be like, great, okay, no worries, have a nice day. Like if they're not going to meet the standards of how you want to connect and they're wanting your time, they're wanting something of your energy, great. There's an abundance of opportunities. So, okay. How do we go from this part to the second part, which we're going to get into? That just really needs to get off my chest because I was really riled up about it. And it's not that I'm like angry at men or women. I just think that this narrative has gone on for so long that, and I fully believe it. If there was a man doing what I did and I looked like a man and I was a man, there would be no way as many men would ask me, hey, I really want to connect with you. I want to have a phone call with you. Like you would pay for my services, which is what you should be doing. So I don't get why, like, it's like just because I look a certain way, you think that you have a shot at something, or for me to listen to your emotional trauma when you would pay a therapist for that. Like it's the same thing. It literally, I just don't get it clicked in my head. It's just so beyond. Okay. So how do you get that? So anyway, if there's a man that I'm seeing in real life, right? Or I meet him in real life, I'm at a party, I'm at whatever. First of all, I very rarely will ever give a man my phone number. Very rarely, even if I'm at a party, if I'm at an event, like it'd always be like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Like very rarely would I just be like, let's whip out my phone and give you my number. Seldomly. Maybe if I'm at a business networking event, but still I wouldn't, because my whole business, right, is on social media. So I wouldn't give someone my personal number because everyone I meet, I'm networking. They're not someone that's going to be a date. They're not someone I'm like immediately thinking of marrying or dating. That's not my focus. My focus is spreading the mission. I'm committed to the mission. The mission is activating love, activating consciousness, activating connection, right? This is the mission that I personally am on. So if I'm on that, I'm never going to make the assumption that someone I'm meeting is someone I'm going to date. It's always like, okay, there's a connection. Could there be something? Maybe there be something for sure, but I don't guarantee that. So, okay, from what's it called? From this, let me think about this. From this, if I meet someone, they go into my social media. From social media, how do you get from social media into my phone number or phone number into dinner date? Usually once you're in my social media, it's very rare you'd go to a dinner date. So how do we stop right there? I should probably back that up. How do we stop if you're a guy or you're whatever? And how do you like basically exude that you're not just going to go to social media, whatever? So one is if I'm at an event, right? And I love events, right? I love certain events, but it would be like if I'm at an event and I really connect with this person. So for an example, I was at an event recently and I really, really connected with two guys. They were like they're more networking allies than they are whatever. But these are two people that I know I will keep in contact with. So I got their phone number and was like, keep in contact. What's your email? What's this? And I like found ways I was going to make sure I nurtured that relationship differently than I would if it was like someone random. But what they did, what those men had, what they did. Those men, first of all, had a presence. They had a presence to them that was like, this is who I am. I'm so confident in who I am. I'm so okay with who I am. I am so empowered in who I am. And I believe in what I do. And the other thing that these men had is that there was no difference in what they were communicating and what I could feel. Because remember, we're energetic beings. So a man who would get my number would be someone who would come up to me and they wouldn't just go, hey, I like you, I want to go on a date. They would be like, hey, James. They would be like, hey, I see that you like Prosecco, or hey, I see that your nails are like blah, 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 or hey, I see that you're in education. And this man would bring they would bring a conversation starter point, right? That has nothing to do with taking me to dinner. And this is, again, they're not doing this with the intention to take me to dinner, or to take me on a date, or to get in a relationship with me. They're genuinely coming up to me to find a genuine point of connection with no attachment to what will happen, what could happen. That is so crucial because if a man comes up to me and is like, oh, I like your nails, I like whatever, do you want a glass of Prosecco? But I can feel they're only doing these things just so that they could go on a date with me. They're only doing or saying things just to like manipulate a situation. We can feel that. Just as you guys can feel it. You can feel when a woman's like just around you for money, or with like a woman's pretending to like you, but she's really just after your money. Like, you can feel it. It's the same with women, but it's like the same with dating. And successful and powerful women do not want to be around a man who is manipulative. So just as successful men don't want to be around women who are manipulative, because the wrong relationship can ruin your freaking life. I'm so serious. I feel like I just got out of this hassle of a relationship that I let go on way too motherfucking long. And I would never allow someone into my heart ever again who is so incongruent and like give them so many chances. But what I want to say is that when you're a man, how to do this, or a woman, either way, right, is you want to honestly just not care about, it's so hard to say, but you want to not care about falling in love anymore. You want to like literally be like, I don't give a fuck if I never fall in love. I don't give a fuck if whatever. I don't care. Like, you just want to let it go. Like, if I'm alone my whole life, then I'll be alone if that's what it takes, if that's what it is. From that place, I'm only going to live my life where I'm after creating true, authentic, sustainable connections. Where like, what I mean by that is that you would only go up to someone, like a woman, let's say at a party. You can, like, you would go up to a woman, let's say at a party, and this is kind of like tricky because I'm trying to speak man and woman, but I'm just gonna commit to men here. Okay, so when you go up to a woman at a party, right, and you're like, you've committed, you're internally committed. I am just living my life from a place of authentic connection. That's it, period. I don't care if I ever get married. I don't care if I'm never in a relationship again. I will fully be happy and fulfilled. And getting to that point is exactly why I'm teaching in my course, Energetic Connection, which is exactly why you should enroll in it if you want to get to that point, because you will not find your true soulmate. You will not find your energetic connection. You will not find the one you were looking for until you get to that place of literally not giving a fuck. And it is that point of, if I have to sit here and burn in the fire or whatever for these toxic traits of love, I will do it. Once you get to that, only once you get to that, and you're like, okay, I care about authentic connection, that's when you'll begin to see life differently. You'll begin to go up to people and have conversations differently. You'll begin to be like, wow, like, this person is really interesting. Wow, I can see that this person is passionate what I'm passionate about. I can see that this person has purple nails. My favorite color is purple. That's a connection. It's a signal based on a color system. It's a signal based on an emotional system that we're meant to connect. Wow, I can see that that person has this type of tattoo. I love that number 13 or whatever that it is. I'm going to go connect with them because there's obviously a spiritual connection, right? There's obviously something here because I love this favorite number and it's tattooed on them. Let's start a conversation there. Now, from that, a man or woman, either way, is going to feel, wow, this person genuinely has a heart that's just desiring pure connection. There's no attachment. There's no whatever, genuine pure connection. That is how you would basically, what's it called? That is how, if I met you at a networking event or if I met you somewhere, that's how you, instead of going into Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, that's how you would get my number. That is the only way that you would get my number, because I can feel it's not like you're needing me. It's not like you're coming to me to fulfill something, because you are not fulfilled. Now, from that, once you do that, how then do you get from my number into a phone call with me or into a dinner date with me? One, I hate phone calls. So even if a guy calls me, I'll probably be like, I'm busy. And like, I shouldn't say that. If it's a guy that's a friend or a girl that's a friend, I do like talking on the phone, but like still like, I would very rarely like talk on the phone just to like, for the sake of like talking on the phone. Like, I don't know, like not always, but rarely. I am a texter though. So I might be like, oh, I don't want to text. Unless I really, really liked the guy. I'm like, oh my God, I just felt so called and led and inspired. But let me tell you, men, there is nothing you can do. Let me repeat this. As a man, there is nothing, zero, 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 nothing you can do but your connection to God, your connection to source, your connection to energy. There is nothing that you can physically do besides your own internal connection that will make me as the woman be like, I am so excited. I feel so called. I feel so led. I feel so pulled. Like, I feel so pulled by his energy to lean into him. Let me make sure. So what I mean by that is that if you're a guy who's so connected, so energetically connected, so tapped into something greater, right? The only way that I'm going to be like, oh my God, call me. Oh my God, I want to call you. Oh my God, I want to text you. I'm going to ask you to dinner because I'm so excited, is because I can feel your connection to energy. And your connection to energy is pulling my energetic body, the quantum field, leaning into you, like wanting to fall into you, because you are the mountain. You are here. You're unattached. I'm so good. I'm here. I'm off of my practice. Namaste. Whether you come or not, even though your body might be feeling excited, like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to meet her. I want to, da, da, da. Even though you're feeling, but you're God, breathe into my body. This is embodiment practices, which we're going to be doing in energetic connection. Let me feel into this. I'm feeling things towards her, but let me check my connection with you. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. It's all up in your hands. Let her fall into you, because the narrative, even however cosmic we are and however spiritual we are, the narrative and the human experience, which we are in, is that women have been, and women still are, predominantly abused. I don't want to say they're not liberated on the planet, right? Most women, like, they don't have choices. So if you are here listening to this, you're in a space where you are doing massive work as an awakened man, as a conscious man, as a man who wants to have more and experience more. So your job is that, so that she can fall into you, and it's out of a choice, out of pure desire, out of pure excitement, rather than forced or feeling like it's needed to, or feeling like it's for money. Now, and that's the other way that you'll get women, also energetic women, that aren't like needing you for money, because they will just you'll feel the excitement. Whereas like a woman who wants money, like, take me to dinner, do this, do that. A woman who genuinely wants to be like, I want to talk to you on the phone. I can't wait to see you. You want to go for a hike? Do you want to go for a walk? Like, they're not even going to ask you to actually do some expensive dinner date, because that's not what's important to them. What's important to them is the small things. And that's another big way you can tell, okay, how to get the girl. So anyway, so how you would get it is like, hey, I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope whatever. Do not text her 50 million times. Do not call her 50 million times. That's going to not get you a dinner date. A dinner date would be something like it really is like she comes to you, and like it will like open, but what you could do or suggest, right, to kind of feel the waters if someone's really for you, is if you came up to her and you had a conversation in person or whatever, and she likes hikes or she likes whatever, find something that you both like to do that's like a mutual thing, and then do that. Now, I do think, like, and it doesn't have to be expensive, right? I think it is nice though. I mean, I'm also different. You have to know the woman's desire. I'm a foodie, so I love food. So I like the first date to be like a dinner date or a lunch date. And then after that, like, sure, let's do a hike, or we could just hang out, or whatever that it is. Some guy, we like cooked dinner together at his, place. And that was beautiful. He had like a 3-course menu and had everything. That was like amazing. I loved that. And so anyway, so what I'm sharing is how you get from her into her phone into dinner date is you being more connected to your energy, your connection to something greater. It's never going to be that you can do something to get it. So anyway, let me see this. So Robert, absolutely authentic connection where in business or relationship, some of the same ingredients. I agree. And that's why I feel like, Robert, I wanted to start this off with business, or I wanted to start this off, with my business, because I feel like so many men, not you, but I'm saying men come to me and they want to just talk on the phone. But I can feel that if I was a man, I can already feel if I was a man, you wouldn't be talking to me like this. If I was a man, you wouldn't be like, oh, you're doing this or this, or you'd be like, you're a man, and you wouldn't be asking to talk on the phone. You would be enrolling in my stuff. And so I'm just going to keep placing that hard boundary and claiming that, because I'm just done with it. I'm not going to be treated that way. And it's like, it's not authentic. And that's why you actually, if you're asking me to have a conversation or connect through social media, when I've already made it very clear, if you look anywhere on social media, that I don't do free phone calls, like that's not a way I built my business to have a multiple 6-figure business. I don't do that. I've never done that. Then you already have shown me you're not that interested in me. You're just interested in my energy. Like stealing energy, basically. Because if you were, you'd already know that. And you would have already bought my books or listened to a podcast and figured that out. But you're not. So it shows you're actually just not that committed to work. Which is why someone like myself, a woman like myself, wouldn't be falling into you, because you aren't connected to God. You aren't connected to the universe, because you've already shown me that by being disconnected from who I am in my work. And you can say all the pretty things in the world, but an awakened woman, a woman who's actually conscious, they don't need pretty words. They don't give a fuck about pretty words. Like, words don't mean anything to us. They're empty if you don't have something to like back it up with our actions, right? The moment you show us, then there's the falling. So yes, that connection to something greater becomes genuine and translates transparency. Absolutely. And I think it's so important, because I think that we forget that connection can't be like, what's this called? It can't be like manufactured. And I think we all want that secret sauce of like, how do you find the perfect one? And when you do awaken, you are going to say no a lot more than you're going to say yes. And you're going to piss a lot of people off, because they aren't going to get access to you in the way they used to get access to. And people aren't going to understand you, because you're not submitting to their request, and you don't need to submit to their request, men or women. And the duality of this, like men, the way that this would, women, the way that this would operate, right? If you want a man to take you to dinner, right? Or you want a man to buy you something. And I've had men do all types of crazy things. Like I can't even, I've had a man, like I've been on a private jet with a man. I've had men like buy me $500, $600 dinners. I've had men buy me things. I never once have asked for a man to do that. I've never once asked. It just happens. Like I've literally never asked for a man to celebrate anything I've done. They just do it. Like I've never asked for a man to, I don't know. And I've also experienced the duality, right? And I want to talk about that for this. Calvin, yay. So I want to talk about the duality of this. So if a woman, you come to a man, right, and you really like a guy, and you're like, I really want this guy, and this is back to Energetic Connection. Energetic Connection is a 2-month program that I'm launching. We start on Monday. I'm so excited about it. This is for you if you're an alien and you want to fall in love. This is for you if you honestly want to feel like you really are ready to meet your soulmate, your cosmic connection. You are like ready to do the damn thing at whatever cost it takes. I mean, like a time, energy, you know, burning to the fire, toxic beliefs in you. So the other part of this is that I talked a lot about men. So for women, if you really like a guy, you can't just go to the guy and say that I want you to buy me this, or I want you to do this, or pay this, or do whatever, right? Because if you're like, you can't expect a man to do something for you because men are already producers biologically. So you can't just go to a man and expect him to produce more because he's already being a producer. That's how men feel a sense of achievement in life. They feel fulfilled by producing and providing. This is biology. This is not just like an emotional, energetic, made up bullshit. This is actual biology. So a man does that because he feels like that's what he does, right? That's like well, and it's indoctrination, but biology and indoctrination, right? This is what he does. This is how he produces, creates, feels fulfilled with what his life journey is. So if a woman comes and is like, after you've just produced, after you've just done this, now I want you to do this, I want this, I want this, I want this, like whatever you've done is already not good enough. I want more. I want this dinner, or I want this thing. They're not going to feel inspired or called or led to give you their number, to go above and beyond, to do whatever, because they can feel the lower frequency of you're just in it for their money. You're just in it for their production. You're just in it for you to feel seen. Like they don't feel like you appreciate or even are acknowledging their individuality as a man, of who they are, or who they're being. So if you're a woman and you wonder how, like, I have so many insane experiences that happen with men, like good experiences, is because I never expect a man to do something, right? Like I genuinely, if I'm ever with a man, it's not because I've never gone to a man really and asked well, I have like asked for their number or asked for things. But if I go to a man, this is really important for women. A man, just as us, wants to feel authentic connection. They want to feel like you understand them, that they feel like seen and like appreciated by you. So, right, it would be really hard for me probably to date a man that's in like manufacturing or agriculture. Not that those are bad, but that's just not a field that I know enough about to really appreciate a man, right? Like I can appreciate a man who's in technology, who's in education, who's an entrepreneur. Like these are things that I can really see a man and appreciate what they do. And so I don't expect a man, especially if it's an entrepreneur man, right? I'm not like, you need to be here at this time. It gives this exact time. If you're not here, like the world's over, da da da. Where a corporate guy might be more like, okay, you get off at whatever you said he'd be here. That's a little annoying. But I've never done either of those things. But how, as a woman, to get a man to do magical things for you is to be like, wow, I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate you. I see you. I see that you like style, or I see that you like this, or like you like farmers markets, and you like literally show them through ways of communication. Like you bring out of them like things that they don't realize are special about themselves. You bring that to the forefront, and then that excites a man to over deliver for you or produce, or be like, wow, she sees this. I'm going to take her on this nice dinner. I'm going to like make this romantic dinner at home. I'm going to buy this candle scent she likes. Like a man will only be inspired to do that, right? When he feels appreciated, not for what he has, but for who he is. And so what this would look like for women, how you want to get a man, if you want to get a man to take you out or do something, right, is you want to really listen to them. And I think as women, we're so busy on like talking. And trust me, I love to talk, but you also really want to listen to him, and you want to watch, like observe what he does. How does he stand? What colors does he wear? What are the things he goes to often? Like you want to observe those things and then like navigate like let him know you're witnessing him. And so I think that's like a really, really important thing. So anyway, this is for you. I wanted to do this live because I just felt really riled up about this. And I think it's important to know yourself. And that's why this energetic connection course is so important. I'm going to teach you how to connect with yourself, connect with energy, because even an awakened man, right? A truly good man, let me tell you, a man that's a good man, a man that really cares, a man that's highly successful, he's already very intuitive. He's already done a lot of personal work. He's already seen a lot of people. So if as a woman you want to date a successful man, you can't just like manufacture it, because he can feel things just as women can. Men are just as intuitive. It's just in different ways. And so you have to, again, go back to, am I just energetically connected? And do I actually enjoy this person? You can't just say I want a successful man. I've dated people that are successful and aren't successful, both. And it doesn't really change. As long as love is alive, that's all that matters. But I shouldn't say all that matters. But as long as there's love and alive and people are working on what they need to work on, then you can make a relationship work. But women who want great experiences with men who can produce and provide, that's only going to happen when they can feel that you're connected to your own sense of purpose and your own sense of self, and you're not just after them for money. Like literally, it's in a way, like a man wants to know, like, even if the money was still gone, would you still love him? And that's still true. Like, do you see the small things? As a woman, like how you get a man to want your number and then respond to you or take you out is like, did you see the truth of him within the short stuff and let him know that you saw that beyond whatever has been created or produced, beyond whatever this person has done? Like, do you actually see them? And if a man can feel that, you really see the truth of why they've done what they've done, just the same as a woman, that's what will inspire him to like over deliver a beautiful life for you. Like that is what will bring that and out in him, out of desire, instead of being like, I have to produce to achieve. Like he does it the same way as like when we want to desire to feel like, I don't know, like beautiful for them or different things. Like it's the same thing. So anyway, this is all what we're talking about in my course, Energetic Connection. I'm so excited. If you are an alien who's been wanting to find love, you're an alien who's been just wanting to like, I don't know, experience it all. Like you're done with the pain. You're done with the sucking. You're done with the like, when is this bullshit narrative of dating going to be over? And when is it finally going to be good? Like you really are ready for the goodness. You really are ready. Like I want to know, how do I curate connection within myself and with relationships around me? This is for you, because the quality of your life is dictated on the quality of your communication, and the quality of your communication dictates the quality of your relationships. So if you don't know how to communicate internally first, you don't know how to connect internally first, there's no way you could ever be in a state to communicate to actually attract quality relationships, because you would always be entering, like operating under a falsity. So there's that. I would love for you, Greg, all things aside, I think you're beautiful. Thank you. I hope you mean from the inside and outside. But I hope you guys liked this. I loved the engagement we had with guys through this. This was really a lot of fun. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them here. But I highly, highly, highly recommend, this Energetic Connection course. It's 8 weeks, in 16 calls. So we have 1 hour lectures. It might be a little bit more or less each time. And then we have a embodiment practice of like communication tactics, intuition, real life scenarios, like practicing on myself and other people that are going to be in there. It's like raw and vulnerable. So you can see as a man, you're not the only one struggling, or a woman, you're not the only one struggling with this. Like we all have had our issues, and we all are here wanting love. And this is definitely for you if you just know, like, you're ready for love. You're ready to have it be magical, have it be beautiful, have it be like not so hard and draining. Like you're ready for a relationship where it's not like you have to process every hour or 2 hours, like process what just happened. You're just ready to have fun and enjoy and be present and make amazing memories from a place of pure energetic connection, pure energetic heart. Even if that doesn't mean it's your forever person. You're ready to do that with the right people at the right time. When it's time to transition until your soulmate and you really are at a frequency of alignment. Because sometimes you might be ready, but your soulmate's not. Or your soulmate might be ready and you're not ready. And it's like you have to go through dating. You have to go through energetic connection so you become and open up to who you're meant to become. It's like a flower. Like only when the petals of a flower break does it become a beautiful flower. And you have to break open so that you can be open to what's available to you. So anyway, I hope you guys love this. Please share it, comment, and enroll. Enroll. You're an idiot, if I'm being nice. You're an idiot not to enroll in this. This will change your life. This will change the trajectory of your life with relationships. This will change the quality of your life. You would be an absolute bonkers to not. It is a no-brainer offer for $5,555 to have 16 calls with myself, 4 one-on-one calls, and 24/7 access to me, so that you forever change the narrative of how you energetically connect with people to enhance the quality of your life. That is a no-brainer $5,550 investment that I would absolutely be giving to myself. It is just a no-brainer. So I love you. Enroll, share a friend, and I'll see you there.